Alright, I did it. It's done. I bought an e-bike. So why have I gone and done this? Well, first of all, I don't have to explain myself to you. Alright, I'm sorry, I'm getting defensive. It's just, I can see the comments now. You're cheating, Rod. That's just cheating. Listen, if this broken wrist has taught me one thing, it's on this rock, damn it, we don't have much time. We are like fireworks in the sky, just here for a brief moment, then pff, gone. Do you want to spend what little time you have riding your bike up a hill, or for God's sakes, walking your bike up a hill? Not me, no more. Here's the thought, if you're an older rider, figure out what age you're gonna have to tone down your riding, and if you could ride every day from now until then, how many rides is that? So I did the math, and for me, it's not long enough, so that's why I've got the e-bike. So now, if I could get 2 laps in a session, now I'm getting 4. So it's effectively doubled that time that I can ride. So the bike's just been freshly wrapped. Let's go pick it up and check it out. All right, I've just arrived, and I reckon I can see my bike on a bike stand in there. He's the man.
What's going down, Rodney?
How you going, Nathan?
Good, brother. How are you, mate?
Oh, this is the first time I've actually seen the bike proper. The last time it was just covered in cardboard. Oh, she's looking fresh. Look at this.
Super glossy. So check out all the coverage, mate. So everything on this bike, except for the welds, are fully been protected. Okay.
So you said this is the 95% coverage?
That's correct. So 95% coverage on your full frame.
So, and you mentioned there's like a 60%, which is like kind of generic, and then there's a 95% totally custom.
There's a 95 and 60% coverage option for people on a budget, or like even for kids' bikes, 60% is perfect.
Yeah, I just thought 60% coverage with a 100% chance of me crashing this thing. I don't like the odds on that, so I've gone the full.
You won't be crashing though, will you?
Maybe not today, but there's a good chance I crash this bike at some point. Alright, just finishing the promo work. So, Nathan, non-bike armour, Terry Hills?
Oh, sorry, face mate. Yeah, man, come down. Look, we're located in Terry Hills.
Yep.
We get a lot of customers coming from Jindabyne, Sutherland Shire, Central Coast. Just come down, have a chat, have some fun, get your bike wrapped up. It's usually a day to 2 days turnaround. So make a booking today, let's go.
Yeah, love your work. So there it is, the Commencal Metapower 29 Öhlins edition. So going into this, I wanted minimum 170 front, 160 rear, so this ticked the box. And that actually narrowed the field pretty quickly, considering that the availability of bikes wasn't amazing around me at the time. And I did a fair bit of research on Commencal bikes. They're pretty popular around my parts. They're an online brand, but the distributors are local, so that kind of makes sense. And everyone gives glowing reviews. They say it's a bulletproof bike, they're great, but they're kind of heavy. And I was also a little bit concerned about going to a full 29er coming from a 27. I was thinking I wanted a mullet, but I spoke to a bunch of people who ride 29ers and they all think they're great. Now I'm getting a little bit of butt buzz, which I was concerned about, but it's not too bad. I think I just need to teach myself how much space I have back there now, which is a little bit less. And to be honest, I'm not a good enough rider to be throwing the rear around, so having a little more playful rear end is not too much of a concern for me. So the 29er, it's good, it plows. Now here's the standard, I guess, the Öhlins RFX 38 fork. So going in, I really had my heart set on a Fox 38, and I was a little bit skeptical about going Öhlins because it's not one of the big two, right? I don't know too much about them, but I did a whole bunch of research. Everyone who uses them raves about them, and you can add me to that list. I love this fork. Now I'm definitely no expert when it comes to suspension setups, but this thing is super plush off the top, and it's got a lot of support. It's a significant improvement from my Fox 36 performance. For the shock, it's running the Öhlins TTX Air Can. Now I haven't spent a whole lot of time setting this thing up. I've just set the sag and got the recommended factory settings, but so far it's been great. I thought I was a coil guy, but now I'm not so sure. This thing's really good. It's got the Shimano EP8 motor. Now I knew if I was going Shimano, it had to be EP8. They're so popular, it feels like they're on half the bikes out there at the moment. It's got 85 Newton meters, and I don't know if this is crazy to say, but that actually might be overkill. Like, I think I could handle 60 Newton meters on a lighter bike. Like, that might be the sweet spot. The computer for it on the cockpit, it's fine. It's minimalistic. It tells you everything you need to know, and I think it looks pretty slick. Shimano XT brakes. Now, originally coming from SHARM, I much prefer Shimano, but I've been told if I really want some stopping power to go to Magura. Full Shimano XT group set with the derailleur and the cassette as well. Like, pretty much perfect. Really crisp shifting. Couldn't ask for anything more. Now what I really liked about this bike is it actually comes with a free set of flat pedals. Now they're not the most amazing pedals in the world, but unless you're really specific, like you want something super thin, like these will do the job. I am not changing them. Alright, so that's an overview of the bike. Let's take it for a ride and I'll tell you what I think, starting off with what I don't like about it. Alright, so the 25 km/h speed limit. This is way too slow. And this is not a problem with the bike or Shimano. It's more of a problem with the Australian government and this nanny state that we live in. So we're limited to 25. It's not so much a problem, I think, in the US, New Zealand as well. They have a speed limit of 32 k's an hour, which I think that's got to be pretty close. I reckon about 35 k's an hour might be about the sweet spot for where you want the limiter to come in. The 25, just way too damn slow. And so when I was doing research into buying an e-bike, I asked around for a lot of people's advice, and everyone said just go new. Like e-bikes, the motors, they always have issues, and if you buy a second-hand bike, you don't get any warranty. And so I went new because I wanted the warranty on the motor particularly. Now, you can override the Australian setting and go to like a US or New Zealand setting. But if you do that, Shimano don't honor the warranty. I was like, what the hell? Why not? It's like, that's between me and the Australian government, right? It's still a legitimate setting on your motor, but apparently they don't, which puts you to catch-22. Because I want the warranty on the motor, but I want to be able to adjust that setting because it's just too slow. So again, not a problem with the bike, more just a problem of buying e-bikes in Australia. Kind of annoying. All right, next on the list is the weight. This thing is so damn heavy. I wish I could tell you how much it weighed, but I can't. Because Commencal, they're a bit cagey on the weights. Everyone's cagey on their weights. They don't tell you. Like, I think there's one weight for the small bike on their website, and it was pretty much close to 24 kilos without pedals. In fact, that annoys me. I'm going to figure out a way to weigh this bike and I'm going to tell you.
Alright, so I'll just do the weigh-in by myself to begin with. Oh, Jesus, was the damage 86.75? Okay, it's too fat, but I've definitely seen worse. Alright, now I'll jump on with the bike without the battery. 107.9. And now me plus the battery. 90.35.
Alright, so I got the bike at 21.15, the battery at 3.6, and combined 24.75 kilos. And that's with tubeless if anyone cares. So there you go, Commencal, you're welcome.
Alright, so hopefully we all now know the weight. Alright, so they're the two main cons. What else? I think the third, I would say, the seat. The seat that came with it, pretty damn uncomfortable. I swapped that over straight away. I think that's it, really. The speed limit, the weight, and the seat. So I really don't have any other cons to tell you at the moment. And I'm nearly at the top. So let's go back down. Whoa! So yeah, just feel myself hitting the speed limit there. Whoa! So in terms of my rein, like this thing just plows through there so much better than the rein did. I don't know if it's the extra weight the 29ers, the more plush fork. There's a 38 versus 36. Newer bike, probably everything combined, but I was worried this thing wouldn't be as fun as the Rain. Just, you know, like a big heavy pig, but so far I'd much prefer to ride this than the Rain, which is kind of surprising. Yeah, it just soaks that up. Alright, gonna skip this first one. Wrist just ain't up to it. This bike just soaks up all of this so well. Nice.
Alright, so that's my first ride and initial thoughts of the bike. I can safely say that I am an e-bike convert. I am not going back. I'm going to keep the analog bike, but I think the only reason I'm going to ride it now is when the e-bike's getting repaired. So what do you think? Have I convinced you to get a bike? Like, the only major downside is the cost, and just get it done, sell a liver, sell your firstborn if you have to. Alright, so that's it. I'm about 6 months post-injury right now, and I'm getting closer to hitting some more serious stuff. So hopefully the channel starts up again with a bit more regularity. So that's it for now. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed. It really helps out the channel. Stay tuned, and I'll see you in the next one.